Or you can sing now. Yeah.
God of Abraham, you're the God of covenant, faithful promises. Time and time again, you have proven you do just what you said. Though the storms may come and the winds may blow, I'll remain steadfast and let my heart learn when you speak a word, it will come to pass. Great is your faithfulness to me. Great is your faithfulness to me. From the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. Great is your faithfulness to me. God, from age to age, though the earth may go away, your word remains the same. Your history can prove there's nothing you can do. You're faithful and true. Though the storms may come and the winds may blow, I'll remain steadfast and let my heart learn when you speak a word, it will come to pass. Great is your faithfulness to me. Great is your faithfulness to me. From the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. Great is your faithfulness to me.
Wow, what a good opening.
Man.
What a lovely voice. Welcome back to TSCC Live. Very good afternoon to all the audience on board. Today we have a very special opening. And here again, we invited our, I think he's not a very strange face, right? It's a very familiar face. You all can still recall this young man sitting beside me? Okay, he actually appeared on our episode 59 and 60 where he shared the mission trip in Mongolia. So today we have here again our brother Peter, who is going to share with us his recent trips to Kuching and his experience there in the local church. So a very good afternoon to you, Peter, and a very lovely voice and a very extraordinary opening.
Thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you again.
Okay, so Peter, I understand that recently during the school holiday, actually most of people will go holidays, go for vacations. Mm-hmm. But for you, you've chosen to go to a mission trips, right, recently?
Right.
So actually, where do you go?
Yeah, so I think my holiday was quite packed. And so, mission trip and there are church camps. And so I attended 2 church camps. One is for our own church.
Within a month.
Yeah, so at the end of May, I went with the Grace Baptist Church, and then with our church, and then with a mission trip to Kuching.
I see.
Yeah, so those are the highlights of my holiday.
Okay, so actually, instead of choosing to go around for vacation, why you actually choose to go to the mission trip as a holiday program?
Yeah, so for me, my purpose for coming to Singapore is quite clear. Yes. I would say I want to equip myself for future ministry, and I think that I want to spend this time as much as I can to explore the Southeast Asian regions, countries especially. So maybe perhaps
I see.
if God calls me to any of these countries, I
Okay.
want to be able to see and I want to be able to. So it's almost like a vision trip for me. So
I see.
yeah.
So actually, okay, without any delay, we are quite curious. So what is the takeaway when you visit the church in Kuching?
Oh yeah, I think my takeaway would the first one would be from Kuching itself, the mission trip, is when we went to the Chinese fellowship.
Yes.
There in the city, they have a Chinese fellowship for the Chinese university students, and so there I saw we were singing the song "Christ is Enough for Me."
Yeah.
Christ is Enough. The
Yes,
song.
a
I think we all are very
familiar
familiar
song. Yes,
with
correct.
that song. But as the Chinese brother and sister was singing, I realized how much that song meant to them. For them, it's a reality, like
Yes.
Christ is my reward, because they could lose their life anytime. They
I
could
see.
lose everything anytime.
Yeah.
Christ is literally their reward
I see.
for following Him, and that gives me such a sense of appreciation for the kind of freedom that we have, and all that. So that was a big takeaway for me, that the song is very different to them.
I see.
Yeah.
So it's a Chinese church, right? How is the size of the church?
I know that one is just a very small one. It's a fellowship mainly for the Chinese students in
it's just
the
for the
city.
students. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So they
more
just
like a
want
fellowship.
to
Okay.
cater the Chinese students, university students. Yeah.
Okay, see. So the picture here actually is what church? Is one of the church, correct?
So this is in the so to say kampong, right? The
Yeah.
kampong. This is in the interior region of Kuching,
Yes.
in Sri Aman. So the people are called Iban people.
Yes.
So they live in longhouse. So this is inside the longhouse.
I see.
And I am playing their musical instrument.
Oh, that's a local musical.
Yeah, this is a
instrument.
local music instrument. So the ladies, it's quite amazing to see. All the musicians are ladies.
Oh,
and
I
so the
see.
women will play the music, and then people will start dancing. So it's a very communal scenario.
Yes.
So they will all eat together, drink together, and then they will play music, and they will dance, and people
see.
just watching. Yeah.
Okay. So who is dancing there?
Yeah, so this is he is the best dancer in the whole longhouse. Yeah, so they said he is performing for us. Yeah, he's really good.
So in fact, they are all staying in the church there, or
Yeah, so
just only
this is
for gathering?
not a church. So this is like a longhouse.
Okay.
so you can see.
Actually, it's the place where they stay.
Yeah.
see.
This is their house. Basically,
I
this
see.
is their village. This is their about 70 people are
Yeah.
supposed to live in this long house.
Yes.
And so that's where we slept, and yes.
Okay, so this is your.
This one is during our children ministry. Yeah, and so one of our member from SBC is teaching the children. Yes.
So you're using English to teach them, correct?
Right. So we use English, and then there you can see the lady who's standing there.
Yes.
She is translating for us.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
do they understand English well? Because they don't look like Chinese. The Iban tribe look like a mixture, like the more towards the American Indians, right?
Right. They don't understand Chinese, so they have to speak either Bahasa or
Bahasa.
Iban.
Okay, so
Yeah.
in your team, there's people who can speak Bahasa?
Yeah, there's one. In
I
fact,
see,
the
I
one
see.
who is sitting on my left.
Okay,
Yes, she is Malaysian, so she can speak to them a bit.
I
Yeah.
see, okay. So this is the...
And this is during the action song. And there's in fact a video. We danced a lot. It was very hot, but it's quite a modernized longhouse. And so they
see.
have electricity. They have even the cooking utensil. Everything is like electric. They have washing machine and all that.
Oh,
so.
it may look run down. Actually, it's quite a spacious place.
Yeah.
Then so they have all the advanced
Yeah,
things for
quite
their...
advanced now.
Oh,
yeah.
so what are they doing? You're doing this...
So this is where we did the action song.
I see.
And they love dancing and singing, so it was so easy to actually get them involved. Yeah.
Most of them are quite young. It's considered youth camp, is it? Or
No, this is children. So
all the children.
The
it's not
issue
even
that
youth.
these long houses are facing these days is the members are either very old or very young like this.
I
so
see.
the between ones are not there.
Yes.
So they are usually in the KL or somewhere else in the city.
I see.
And they would come back during the festivals or maybe Christmas vacation or something like that.
Oh,
So most of the year, it just be like this. This is young kids and old people.
I see.
Yeah.
So they are doing singing. Okay. You are doing the leading.
They love dancing, so it was so easy to cooperate with them. Yeah.
Wow, they really enjoy it.
Yes.
This group is around 20 over people, I think.
Yeah.
So beside this visiting this church, right? I think you visit some other church also. I think a few churches.
Right. So in the city, so this is in the Kampong area.
Yes, correct.
And we also went to the city, where we visited a church, a Baptist church, and their issue is with the absence of young people and the youth in the church, and so they needed, I think, young workers, young pastor, and so the members are old. Their pastor is old. I literally saw 2 young people there.
So their challenges is also quite similar to our church, in fact.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
But I think it will be far more challenges because you're telling me 2 young people.
Yeah.
So majority of them are old folks. There.
Right.
70 people with 2 young people.
Exactly. So I think actually our church is doing. Our church is way better, of course, compared to them.
Compared to the ratio.
Yeah.
So one of the challenges you see they are facing there is about the so-called the youngster is bringing the youngster into the church.
Right. So they are so worried because they are praying for the next generation to come up because they are all old and their times are up.
So what kind of program are they doing? Try to attract the local youth to join the church.
Right. So right now that's where the challenge is. Even if they have so much creativity, they don't have the energy anymore. Like the physical manpower is just not there anymore. So they are really praying for young people, young missionaries to come and work with them.
I see.
Yeah, and so even their worship team were led by the old folks. So everything is just quite interesting for me to see. So that was a need I saw.
Okay. So then after that, Eddie, you see this photo is still a longhouse, right? This one.
This is still in longhouse. This is how we eat. So this is how they would usually eat. So on the floor like that, very long. Everybody just sit together and eat together, and they will play the music, and some people will just stand up and start dancing, and we'll just clap for them, and that.
That's quite good. So they stay there with this kind of longhouse. So they are divided into two particular areas. The girls and the boy will be separated, or all staying there, or
sometimes they mix, but mostly yes, they divide that. They divide in the men and the women. They don't really sit together.
Yes.
And I think it's quite patriotic, kind of like a system where the men are so important, much higher level than the women. Yeah.
Oh, they still have this kind of so-called ranking, or I would say the stages.
Something like that.
So in general, how's the culture like for the Iban people?
They're very kind, very generous. They share everything they have with you, and we feel so much at home actually when we first arrived. And the highlight of our arrival night was to go and take a shower in the river.
Oh, I see.
That's the culture. So you're supposed to because next to their longhouse there is a nice river.
I see.
And so we went there, but unfortunately that time the river was quite dirty because of the rain.
Oh, about the river, so must be fun, right? Because I have never bathed in the river before.
Yeah, it was quite fun. But I also got bitten by the mosquitoes. Quite a big one on my back.
So a lot of mosquitoes there.
But it was fun. It was fun to swim with them and
Is that what they normally bathe at the river?
Yeah. Usually it's usually clean, but that day it was raining, so that's why.
I see. Yeah. Well, it's fun. Never tried before. In future, I'd like to try. Okay. How about this one? This one's a 70 people church.
Yeah. This is the church with about 70, 80 people, but
in fact, they can house more than 200 people.
Actually, it's quite small on the backside.
I see.
So mostly old folks there. Yeah. This is the church and the city. Okay. And then this is the church in the town.
The town church
in Sri Aman, yes. Okay. So this one also quite. This is one of the things, they have quite a lot of young people. They're active, and in fact, the Iban people, they are very active in mission.
All these three churches are all Iban people or different?
No, the city church is I think it's a mixture.
It's a mixture
of different people group, but this one is Iban church.
Iban also.
Yes, an Iban church, and so they have quite a good number of young people, and we met with them and we shared our testimonies, and we encouraged the women there. They are very dedicated there. And so this is where we also slept one night as well in the church.
I see. Oh, most of the time you are staying in the church and the longhouse?
Yeah, in the church and in the longhouse.
I see.
And in the city, we stay at the church, kind of like a hostel that they have.
I see.
So they put us up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so now you're going safari? Look like.
yeah, so this is the way we, had to go to the kampong, the long house.
Yes.
So it's a truck. Most of them sit on the inside, but a few of us were sitting at the back of the.
So
truck.
all of you squeezed into one truck?
No, these are from other truck as well. They just.
Oh, I see. I saw all of you.
So we sat on the back, and it was bumpy along the way, and so we were jumping in the hole really tight.
I see. So those to Kampong route, that means the route that's uneven.
Yeah. So it was very interesting,
This
and
is part
the
of the
mountain
mission trip.
breeze was amazing.
Yeah.
Even though it was a bit tiring, but
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed the experience. So
For sure, the surrounding is quite a lot of greeny stuff, a lot of trees. I'm sure.
That part was the best part, I would say.
Right.
Yeah, so I think to end, I just want to encourage our church members to pray for these long houses and the people there, that God will send young missionaries to reach out to them and to take care of them. And I am also praying. I am not so sure yet how and when we're going to do it, but I would like to organize English camp. And so I see that they need more of social uplifting. And so I think learning English, teaching English would be something that they can make use of, benefit
So
from.
for this trip, you saw the needs
Right.
your vision. I see.
Yeah, and so my plan is maybe perhaps we will go to one longhouse and invite the children from other longhouses to come there and for a week-long English camp or something like that. And so, but for that, I would need to recruit English teachers, at least 5 or 7 English teachers. So that would require some time and also financial need and all those kind of things. So, but that is just my prayer. So the church members can also pray with me.
For sure.
For the people of Iban. Yep.
Okay,
Thank you.
Peter, thank you very much for sharing your experience in Kuching. And so it's also something that we know that it's not only in Singapore, our church, Taiseng is facing the so-called the generations gaps. So likely, I think many churches are facing the same problem. So we continue to pray hard, and then be able to bring in more young generations, be a youngster back to the church. And this is one of the challenges that everyone is facing. So thank you very much for the sharing. And then we'll see you in future again after you go to your English camp. We do hope that you can come back and share with us after you conducted the English camp in future. So thank you very much, Peter. And then thank you very much again to all the audience. So we'll see you again in next Tuesday, Saturday, 1:30 p.m. where Sister Wan Yu will be joining us she will be sharing on the trips that she has been about 10 years back to Cambodia. Okay, so we'll see you again. Okay, thank you very much and see you again next week. Bye-bye.